What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Share Your Day with Kittens. I'm Kittens, and today it's just me. I haven't done a solo episode in a minute. It's been kind of crazy. The world's crazy, huh? Right? Right? Like, the fuck is going on? I feel like it's crazier than usual. I feel like the crazy has ramped up to like a whole other level where I'm like, is this really like this is what we're supposed to be doing in the world? I don't know. It doesn't seem right. Making me feel a little crazy. But I'm trying to find ways to get through each day, every moment of existential dread. And it's not easy. And I know a lot of people are struggling right now for good fucking reason. Like anyone who is not struggling, I'm really like, are you good? Like, how are you able to like compartmentalize and like not be affected or seen by what's going on in the world? I don't get it. Can't relate, not even a little bit. But yeah, so I'm trying to find ways to get through each day and not spiral all the way into despair. Just like a medium despair that I can manage is okay. So one thing that I've started doing is something that I started calling my 5% challenge. Maybe it's corny. I don't give a fuck. Because you know what? I need it. And I know a lot of people need it as well because I created a whole group on Instagram and I have people hitting me up every day privately mentioning it. So I'm just gonna keep rocking with it. But basically, I'm pretty sure there's like some science to this, but every day I have a plan when I wake up. And I have basically like what is going to be my 5% for today. And it is essentially what am I going to focus on and enjoy that is a little joy, like a teeny tiny mundane thing that normally would go unnoticed. What am I going to look for or plan for that I think will make me feel at least 5% better? Because when you have these big ideas of like, I just want to be happy, or I want to feel better, or I don't want to be depressed, or I don't want to be anxious, like those are big things to overcome, to work on, to work towards. And it's so daunting. It can be so daunting when you're having such a hard time, whether it's your mental health or just situationally the world sucks and you're sad or you're having a hard time. It's a big ask to magically just feel better. And it's really easy to focus on all of the awful realities that are happening. And I don't know about you, but I can't turn away. So I have to know what's going on. I have to be on top of the news. Like I can't just not do it because then I feel like I'm losing my humanity and not caring about people. So I have to know what's happening. But I also need to find tiny things to sort of keep me afloat throughout the day because otherwise it's too easy to sink sometimes. So every day I have a plan. It'll be something that I'll do. I have an Instagram group for it if you guys want to join that. It's actually been really simple and helpful. But basically, go in there and there's a question. What's your 5% going to be today? For some people, it is I'm going to get an extra cup of coffee. Other people, I'm going to read a book. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to buy my favorite candle. Like simple, small things. Sometimes mine sometimes is literally like, I'm going to go play with a dog, like tiny things. But the difference is those tiny things, when you are actually being mindful of them and you're looking for them, and when you do see them, you're really engaging and like absorbing that joy from it instead of it just being like a little fluff of joy that floats off after. Like, hold on to that thing, hold on to that little spark because we need it right now. I need it. So it's been really helpful. And it's also brought me some different challenges because some mornings I wake up and I'm like fuck, I have to post in the group because I have to post like a little question sticker that people respond to. And before I post that, I say what my 5% plan is. And some days I'm like, I can't even imagine what would make me feel better today. Or I just don't want to show up. Sometimes you just want to not show up for yourself, for other people. It just seems like it's too much sometimes. It can be too overwhelming. That's why I made it such a low ask, because even in those moments of, ugh, I don't have the energy, or I just don't feel up for putting on this whole like positivity, let's do it, guys thing. I I don't have to do a whole big thing. It's just a 5% tiny crumb fleck, just sprinkle of something that might give me a 5% boost. If there's more, amazing. If not, 5% is better than nothing. So after a whole week of doing the 5% thing every day, like what's my plan? What's my plan? Then at the end of the week, there's a little recap. What were those sparks? What were those things that were the opposite of a trigger? You know, like it's a thing that brought you a little spark of joy and got you through the week. Tiny thing, big thing, either one. But having that manual recap, forcing yourself to have that moment of reflection is kind of like gratitude, I guess. It's like a gratitude moment, but like, I don't know. I think it's a little different. And it's also pushed me to do some different and new things. Like I wanted to learn how to do a Rubik's Cube, and I got really into it, and I learned how to solve them in like 2 days. Am I super fast at it yet? No, I can do like 2.5 minutes. But still, sometimes this is my 5%. I'm like, fuck yeah, I figured out how to do this thing and it makes me feel accomplished. And it's also mentally stimulating. Cool. That's my 5%. So now I'm pushed to do other things, learn new things, try new things that might be a different challenge, because I'm like, ooh, I get a little 5% minimum boost once I do or finish or attempt at this thing that I haven't even tried before, or that I maybe didn't feel like I was good enough at, or was scared to try. Like, it just, searching for those little hits of serotonin, those little tiny, tiny crumbs. Because if you have enough crumbs, like that can sustain you. It's not a meal, but it's kind of a big ask to have a big, juicy meal right now. Having the crumbs can sometimes be enough to get you through. So if you want to join the 5% Better challenge group, support group, whatever, with me, if you go to my Instagram, it's one of those broadcast channels at the top. My channel is I Am Kittens. I mean, my profile. My profile is I Am Kittens. The channel is at the top, says 5% Better. And yeah, I hope to see you there. If not, feel free to just DM me, whatever, about those things, because it helps you, but it helps me too. So like, I don't know, just it's nice. It's nice for everybody. Anyways, we'll be back next week with another special guest. I'm very, very excited. And I hope to see you in the 5% Better group. If not, I'll see you here next week. Bye.